G'day guys, welcome back to Brooksy's Car Restoration. I'm not sure if I'm going to make one or two videos this week because I'm sort of split between working on finishing the Forester and working on the Rocky. So the vlog style videos don't seem to go so well. So if I was to put out one video on just a mixture of the two cars, probably not as interesting. However, the Forester videos don't go all that well either, so I don't know what to do. But anyways, I'll record it and see how I feel, and or some of it, and see how we go. But for this afternoon, I've got a couple of hours. I'm going to try and pull the water pump out of the Forester because apparently there's 6 different types of pumps, and I think it'll just be easier to take it down and get them to work out which one's the right one. And compare it to the ones that are on the market or whatever, and get the right timing belt and everything as well. So yeah, I'll try and smash that out as quick as possible. So I may or may not video. If there's anything interesting, I probably will. But if it's just a straightforward removal, then maybe not. And then later in the week, when we're waiting for part whatever, because I've got a bit of painting to do on that as well, and a dint removal. And second round of headlight restoration was the first round was successful. We're going to crack on with the rust work on this thing. So like I said, I'm not sure if do one video or two. I'm just trying to keep the Rocky stuff separate, but we'll see how we go. Anyways, yeah, got to move some cars around and we'll be back hopefully shortly. Quick question, and if you feel like answering in the comments below, that will be sweet. But what are your top 5 cars of all time? Like 5 cars you have to own. For a lot of people, that would probably be like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that. For me, it's yeah, none of the above. So my number 1 car would be a Ford Escort, Mark 1 or Mark 2. It doesn't matter if it's a panel van or a 2-door or a 4-door. I'm literally obsessed with them. And still trying to find one so I can bring one on the channel. My number 2 car is the Daihatsu Rocky. I love Rockies and Scats and Ferozas. So any of those could potentially be in the top 2 or in the second slot. But more so the F75 series of the Rocky with that sort of humped roof. I really love that style. Yeah, my 3rd car is a Daihatsu Midget, 1-seater little K truck. They're pretty sweet. And then in my 4th slot, I just love K trucks in general, the mini Daihatsus or Suzukis or Hondas or whatever. Just the tiny little trucks. They're usually like a 600cc or whatever engine, very tiny. I've always wanted to get one and put like a rotary in it or something. I know it's been done before, but they go really well. They're really light, and yeah, anyways. And then my 5th car is the E46 BMW. Certain styles like the 318i or the 320 whatever, the more so the 4-doors than the 2-doors. I know it's weird, everyone wants the 2-doors like the M3s or M5s or whatever, I don't know what. But yeah. Anyways, and then in the rest of the top 10 you got stuff like my Beetle or Beetles, sorry, then you know, 57 Chev Impalas, various other things. But I'm primarily a fast fours and rotaries man. I really love my fast 4 cylinder. Well, not that the Beetles are fast 4 or anything like that, and my rotary engines. Not that I don't dislike the V8s or anything like that either, but yeah, just anyways, we'll get back to it. Alright, quick update. So far, remove the overflow bottle. We've removed the fans. What do you call it? Twin fans. One of these plugs is a bit dodgy. What else? Fan belts, cover, the tensioner thingy, and we have a clear shot at the timing cover belt. I've been trying to avoid removing the. I mean, I've emptied the. What do you call it? Radiator. Trying to avoid removing it if I don't have to. I'm thinking I may. I should be able to get a socket onto this. Take off that thing, pulley. And then yeah, we'll get the timing cover, sorry, not belt. Probably take that hose out the way too. It doesn't look like there's much else I need to get at really. And then once that covers off, I should be able to access the water pump, I think. Yeah, well, I haven't done one of these before, so we're learning as we go along. I know how it all works, I just haven't physically done one before. But yeah, anyways, fun and games. We'll keep getting into it. So, after wrestling with this bolt from the harmonic balancer, where is he? There it is. For about half a day, we are finally at the bloody timing belt. So, it's going to drop this baby off and take out the water pump, and we'll take it down and get the right one matched up and order the part, and hopefully we'll have her in by the end of the week, if not next week. But in the meantime, I've still got a bonnet to paint and the back wheels to do, and a dent and other things to worry about. So yeah, fun and games. So yeah, right, belt's off. I took the bottom pulley and upper pulley, one above each other. They're on that side of the engine. It's getting dark, I don't know how well you can see it, but there was one down there, my finger, and then one up there, which released the belt. Then I took the tensioner, which was over there, and now I got access to the water pump, which I feel like's going to be fine, but I guess we'll find out shortly. And then yeah, belt's off. Belt needs to be done anyways, and potentially the water pump, even if it's not that bad. But we may be doing heads. Fun and games. That's assuming that the new water pump doesn't fix our overheating issues. We were doing this anyways, so I'm just anyways, and we still have to do the tapper cover. There's a leak there. It's very oily, I don't know if you can see that, but the all down in the spark plug's full of oil. So that's what I'm being told, that's part of the tapper cover. I'll get a set of gaskets for that. Oh, make sure that your line lines up here, and then the one down there lines up at the top as well, and the one on this side, all your lines line up, so that when you put your belt back on, your engine's not out of timing or whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to pull out this water pump. Probably not going to post much more unless the water pump looks really bad. I might show you what that looks like, we'll see. And then I'll get back to it in the morning. Another week here at Brooksy's Car Restorations. Parts have finally come in. Rocker cover gaskets, head gaskets, and zip timing belt kit, which looks nothing like the cover. It's proper CB timing kit. If I can get the basket open. One-handed. There we go. Yeah, the belt, tensioner, the different cogs. What cogs do we call them? Yeah. Which is basically what I got there. So I'm going to start tearing the engine apart. But before I do that, I'm going to drain the oil. So we've got a new oil filter, and tons of oil lying around. It's leaking oil, so I always had lots of spare oil lying around for it. So yeah, we'll get into it. Put the jack stands out, start jacking it up, drain the oil, take off the exhaust manifold, and then go to the inlet manifold, and then to the heads. Smash out a good chunk a day. And we finally have the intake manifold off. So I removed the pump. What do you call it? Yeah, steering pump. And the alternator. Couldn't quite get the compressor off for the air conditioning. Put that bolt there, and there's another one down there. And this one here was behind the intake, so we've removed the intake. Now I can get the air conditioning compressor off, and then we should have a clear shot. Well, I've still got to do the exhaust manifold, and then we should have a clear shot at the heads. But that'll be for another day. It's currently dark, and my family want to eat, so is what it is. But that was a joke and a half. Tons and tons of wiring. And a bolt that would not come loose. Had to use the old persuader. Gently persuading it. They'd come over with the right tool too. I was trying to use the vice grip because I didn't have a socket big enough. But yeah, all that boxing. Yeah, and there's the intake sitting in there, crushing that. There's a alternator in there somewhere. There's the alternator. Anyways, so yeah, we'll get back at it again tomorrow. Oh, and that's I did the oil as well. Take the oil filter, the tiny little oil filter off, and the oil. So yeah, fun and games. We've had a day. So I'll get back onto it again tomorrow. Back again another day on Brooksy's car restorations. Hopefully this week I'll have a video out. I haven't put anything out for a while. I feel like I haven't really got much achieved. Anyways, I had a couple of hours today and tomorrow to knock out this head that I'm trying to do. And yeah, speaking of head, I lost a bit of hair. No. Anyways, we got the rocket cover off. And it's looking like I need a special Torx. There's the head bolts there. They're a special a Torx bolt, whatever. And I don't have that tool. I'm hoping Dad has it. Other than I won't see Dad till tomorrow. So I've kind of hit a dead end on the heads. I'll keep preparing the other side so that when I get the tool, I can just rip them off. But yeah, got the exhaust manifold off. Intake manifolds off. The heads are good to be pulled basically, well, except for the other tupper cover, which is, you know, minutes away from being pulled off. But yeah, hit a brick wall. It's gonna put a dampener in the day. Had a huge chunk of hours today to knock this over, and yeah, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go down and buy some tools or something. Anyways, either way, I didn't really want to put out a part 2, but I may end up having to put out a part 2 because it's been 3 weeks since I put out a video. So fun is fun. We're vlogging. Just haven't had a lot of time to do anything on any of my cars really. But anyways, we'll get back into it, and yeah, the compressor, yeah, and yeah. Anyways, we'll be back to it in a bit. Got the young fella finally back from holidays. He's been away, what, 4 or 5 weeks?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So it turns out I'm a bit silly. The bolts on the heads weren't some special torque. They were just regular 12 point. Was it 12 point?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a regular 12 point 40 mil.
Yeah.
So
it looked like
whoops.
it's blind when you're looking at
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But then you're not used to seeing the 12-point bolt.
No.
So it's like, huh?
We don't work on these regularly enough to know. But anyways, so I saved myself a lot on extra tools, having to buy extra tools, because Dad had plenty of 12 points lying around. So we're just slowly taking each bolt bit by bit, going across from one cross to the other, and then end up in the middle, just loosening a little bit by a little bit, just easing the pressure off the head. And once we've done that, we'll take it out and give it a good clean up and whatever else, and do the other side. And I've got a couple of degreasers. They were on special, 10 for 4. So hopefully we won't run out. But yeah, it's good to have Dad finally back helping me, hanging out.
Yep.
And anyways, back into it.
Still being...
Alrighty, heads are off. Cylinders and cylinder walls are nice. I mean, they're not shiny. They're...
You can still see the cross hatching.
Yeah, but the cylinders themselves are not shiny. They're from as though they look like... There's one head. Both head gaskets. Look a bit shiny in between the cylinders. I don't know if that means anything. One more so than the other. That one there has got all the paint coming off it. Could be a sign. We're going to replace them anyways. It's already off. It's like it's only just sort of starting to develop. It's overheating. It takes a long time to overheat. Both those cylinders aren't clean exactly, but the engine itself looks pretty good, and it was running sweet before I pulled it apart. It's just overheating on long trips, and it's causing the water to spew out of itself from time to time. So, or not water, coolant, sorry. Cleaned up the rocket covers. They weren't too dirty. I mean, there's a little bit of stainage inside, but the outside looks decent. Hello. Looks like a smiley face. And then out the back, I painted those tyres, the rims yesterday, because I'd done the other ones ages ago, but never got around to the back ones. And then in the backyard, got the other head up there draining on the clothes drying. I've cleaned it up to some degree and cleaned all the surfaces and stuff. It looked nicer earlier, but anyways, come back, get that down, and so it's been about 3 or so weeks since I put out a video, so I'll probably put it back together and drive it in the next one. So from Dad and I, to be continued.